Good morning, Eagle Nation. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of March. It is the 8th day of this fourth quarter. Sorry, it's the 138th day of the year, and it's the 7th day of the quarter. Please join me in starting our day with just a moment of silence. Thank you. And now your morning announcements. A lot of energy in that song. That, of course, is Five Nights at Freddy's. And that song dedication is actually for you, Mr. Schiffman, because your birthday was on Sunday. And Sophia in Ms. Burris' class wanted to make sure that you were celebrated. So she dedicates that song to you. Wherever you may be, please stop, please stand. Let's rise together for this morning's Pledge of Allegiance. Happy belated birthday, Mr. Schiffman. And also to you, Ms. Goodwin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please join me. Kindergartners, are you out there still making number pairs to 10? So what if we did 3? 1, 2, 3. What would the number pair be with 3 in order to get all the way to 10? If you said 7, you'd be correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 plus 3 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 10 minus 3 is 7. Number bonds. Good to know. All right, today's Tuesday, which means there's a lot going on. We have bus evacuation drills from 9:30 to 10:30. Your classes should only take about 10 to 15 minutes. Students, please know that this is one of our many drills that we practice to keep you safe. Please listen carefully to your bus driver. Please follow those directions carefully when you're instructed to do so, because it can make the difference between being prepared and getting hurt in the event of an actual bus accident. So please take that seriously. Do your part. Keep yourself and others safe. Well, thank you in advance. Also, per Mr. Aviles' email, please be sure that you just wait until your class is directed. So be listening for the time when your class is called down there. It will start at 9:30. We'll be all done by about 10:30 a.m. Thank you all in advance for your flexibility, your patience, and your commitment to safety. This afternoon, we do have Disney Musicals in Schools, which continues. There is also another game today. So if you are able to go and cheer on, the boys basketball team plays against Edison at Herrera School at 6:50 p.m. We also have, though, for parents out there tonight, it's been advertised on Dojo. It's also gone out on a robocall every day for the last 5 days. We've also invited Whittier parents to join us, but social media literacy for parents is at 5:30 p.m. in the Media Center. That one will be presented in English, followed by a Spanish presentation, the same presentation from 6:10 until about 7. We have some snacks and refreshments for your parents. We hope they'll come out and join us for some great dialogue around social media and how to keep all of you safe. With that, let's keep celebrating. We have today and tomorrow to celebrate these 2 days of Women's History Month, and we'd like to celebrate today Dolores Huerta. This was submitted by Ms. Marnie Burris. I think we should celebrate Dolores Huerta. She was raised in Stockton, California by a hardworking single mother. She was an excellent student and went on to become an elementary school teacher. Many of her students were the children of farm workers, the people who plant and harvest the fruit and vegetables that end up on our dinner tables. They worked hard in the fields, but many had very little money, and her students suffered from the effects of poverty. The conditions for the farm workers were terrible. They were not allowed to take bathroom breaks, didn't even have clean water to drink. Dolores loved teaching, but thought she could do more to help her students if she could help their parents. Dolores became a community organizer, working to help farm workers win some basic human rights. So today, we celebrate and salute you, Dolores Huerta. Thank you, Ms. Burris, for your submission. We'll have one more tomorrow, and then trivia will begin. Let's get to some words of wisdom so you can get to the business of teaching and learning. But first, got some news. This is attendance from yesterday on Monday, 86.7. Not good enough. And I'd be lying to you if I told you it was. It's not good enough, and we got to do better. That also means our year-to-date dropped from 89.2. We're back down to 89.1. And if you calculate this out, I know 8th graders and 7th graders and even 6th graders are learning to calculate the percentage of a whole number. Well, 89% of 310 students comes out to about 275 students. Well, if there's 310 students and only 275 were present, the difference between those is about 25 students. That means 25 students were not here yesterday. It's hard to learn if you're not here. If you're here today, thank you for being here. And even more importantly, if you're here on time, you're doing your job. We thank you and we're glad you are here. Now, some words of wisdom so you can get to the business of teaching and learning. Today's on the topic of goals. We talked about the importance of setting goals, and I've seen some of them and the evidence in them in some of your classrooms. The two that come to mind immediately are those in Ms. Adler's classroom, up on the wall behind her desk, in Mr. Conway's classroom, on the door, leading into the other classroom, and also Ms. Nair's classroom. I know that during SEL time in the morning, students, you've been writing about some goals that you've been working on, specifically been working on SMART goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, I'm forgetting a part, reachable, and time-bound. Setting a goal gives you something to aim for, like reading 3 books over summer vacation or keeping your room cleaner. But sometimes when we're setting goals, we don't aim high enough. We're afraid of failing. Listen to this old saying. Shoot for the moon, and if you don't make it, you'll still be heading for the stars. Think about a goal that you've set for yourself. Maybe you should shoot for 6 books or helping to keep the whole house cleaner. But ask yourself this, am I aiming high enough? Can I do more? Am I afraid of failing? Don't be. Something to think about. This is Mr. Lodato. Mask up today. If you can find your mask, I'll find mine. Hand sanitize regularly. Keep your hats, hoods, and sunglasses off indoors. Then stay in your zones. Put away your phones and make it a great day today or not. The choice is yours.